groovy.
Hello there, and welcome to Spookies on Skye. I'm Stephen.
And I'm Becky.
And we've got something a wee bit different today, a Spookies special, where we are going to visit the island of Skye. We went there to attend a festival called Skye Live, but of course, while we were there, we couldn't resist doing a wee bit hunting for history, so to speak. So, grab a snack, get ready to share your thoughts in the comments, and please enjoy as we check out some cool sights on Skye. So here we are on Google Maps, and this is Skye up here, one of these many islands on the west coast of Scotland. Now, Skye of course is very famous for lots of things, like the Old Manor Store and the fairy pools, but we've done those things before, some of them many times. So on this trip with our limited time, we wanted to concentrate on places that we hadn't visited so much, or even at all. Now, if you're a regular to the channel, you probably know that we will be travelling up from Edinburgh, and as you'll see here, it's quite a journey, over 5 hours in the car, and it always seems to take longer, so time to get a move on. So despite visiting this spot countless times in the past, we couldn't just drive past it. This is Eileandonnan Castle, probably one of the most iconic castles in Scotland, but believe it or not, what you see today isn't actually as old as what you might think, for the most part. As eileandonnancastle.com explain, the castle was partially destroyed in a Jacobite uprising back in 1719, and it actually lay in ruins for the best part of 200 years. That is until the island was bought by a lieutenant colonel who restored it to what you see today. Aye, so sorry to disappoint you, but pretty cool, right? Back on the road, but only for a wee bit, because we stopped in Kyle of Lochalsh before crossing over the bridge to Skye, just to get a wee snack to eat, because we were really hungry by this point. And we opted for pizza, of course, from a wee place called Pizza Mia Takeaway. It did the trick, and we were soon crossing the bridge to Skye, and making our way up to Portree, where we would be staying for a few nights.
That would be nice. That'd be a tick box, eh?
Anyway, we arrived at our accommodation on Portree, got some food, and called it a night. So here we are beginning our first full day on Skye. Since we had some spare time before attending the music festival, we thought we would drive up to Staffin to check out the dinosaur footprints that are up there. What you're seeing now is us on the way to Staffin, passing by the Old Manor Store. This is one of the places that we've visited many times before, so we weren't going to stop here on this occasion. But we do see some really interesting places, so please stick around.
This is a spot known as Uamh. Since we've never been here before, and we still had a wee bit time left until the tide was out, thought we'd have a look around. Here are some of the sights we saw. The falls you're seeing now are Uamh Falls. Here's another look at Uamh Falls from a little further away, and you'll see the platform we were standing on to the right. And in the distance there is the famous Old Manor Store, the spot we drove past earlier.
Wow, look at all these rocks falling down.
Apparently, the ruins down by the water are from industrial buildings from when this was a bustling industrial hub. We would have ran down for a look, but with time ticking on, we enjoyed the views for a moment and got back on the road.
So there you go, interesting area, right? Obviously got a little bit of history to it. And so we were just here enjoying the views, as Becky said. And I really love these spots, you know, where you can see the rock with grass just like grown over it. It really shows you how that rock is just right there, underneath everything. And look, there's a couple of wee sheep enjoying a rest on the rocks. It always amazes me how they get up there. Anyway, here you'll see those industrial ruins that Becky was talking about. I couldn't find too much information on them, but I did find it really interesting that there were some industrial works going on down here. Maybe one day we'll go down for a wee look at it. This was as far as we were going to come for this visit though, as we really were going to get a move on now to make it to Staffin, just in time for low tide. Oh my god, it's even next.
You have arrived.
Oh my god. We're never getting a space. After a wee bit back and forth, we did eventually find a space though. And you know, that's just the way it is at this time of year when coming to Skye. It's just become really popular and it gets really busy. Anyway, that's us parked now. Let's get down to the beach and see if we can find those dino footprints. This is the area that you have to walk around and look out for those dinosaur footprints. And so here we are doing just that, trying to track them down. Now I should say that we have actually visited here a number of years ago and we did find the dinosaur footprints way back then, but we had almost no time to look around, so we always wanted to come back. I remember we were down here last time, eh?
Yeah, according to rain. Oh, that is so slippy.
I know, that's what I mean. I almost died. So after navigating this treacherous landscape for quite a bit, we eventually came across this. One of the footprints. I think it's real. Show your foot next time.
Got my big...
See it. Cool. They've got this information board nearby to let you know how these footprints were said to have been formed. On it, it says that about 166 million years ago, a group of meat-eating megalosaurus dinosaurs walked through the mud here beside a warm, shallow sea. It said at the time Skye was part of a huge continent south of the equator. Layers of mud covered the footprints, preserved them as fossils, so it claims. It said they were found way back in 2001, and that 17 footprints have been found scattered across the rocks here. Quite amazing, right? There's some other spots on Skye where you can actually see dinosaur footprints too, so maybe get to check them out another time. Hi Bex. What a place, right? It even looks dinosaur themed. Anyway, before we leave, I wanted to show this. I thought that this looked like a human footprint, and I was really interested to hear other people's thoughts. So just to explain what I mean, I think that these look like toes, and the rest just looks like a foot imprint. Maybe I am completely wrong and I'm seeing things, but I did want to highlight this because if this is a person's footprint, a humanoid, then it brings with it a lot of questions. If it was made at the same time as the dinosaurs, that is. Anyway, here are some pictures of it, as well as the dinosaur footprints, before we take a look around the rest of the beach. And you know, I'm keen to hear your thoughts about these, because I am aware of all the theories about dragons and dinosaurs. So please do share your thoughts in the comments. Cheers! Excuse us there, just Becky doing a wee tradition. Anyway, that's us almost done at the beach before we start making our way back to Portree for the music festival. And what a sad sight this is, right? An almost wee bit wildlife. Rest in peace, little buddy. Here's a wee look at a great time at Skye Live before we called it a night. So that was the first night of the festival done, and we started to make our way back to our accommodation. On the way though, we were lucky enough to get a little glimpse at the Northern Lights. Pretty cool, right? After that, we called it a night. Water. So to kick off our day, we had some breakfast down by the harbour at Portree before making our way to find a Pictish standing stone, which is said to be nearby. Supposedly only a 10-minute drive from where we are now, so we're going to check it out. Why don't you read it out for the camera then?
I'm jumping back on to reread this as the wind was way too loud to hear anything, which is pretty standard for Scotland to be honest. So it says, this is one of only 2 known engraved stones found on Skye. Pictish symbol stone dated 7th or 8th century. Symbols a crescent and V rod, a double disc and a Z rod, and a mirror and comb erected on this site in 1898.
There you have it. And just to note, when they say erected 1898, they just mean out here, put here. We know that because the Picts seem to have disappeared somewhere all the way back in 900 AD, so a very long time ago. And according to BritainExpress.com, the reason it was only erected here in the 1800s was because it was used as a door jamb for a nearby house for centuries. They say it was recognised as a symbol stone in 1880 and set standing again. Just in case you don't know what we're talking about, I thought I would point out the symbols that Becky mentioned. So this is what a crescent and V-rod shape look like, and you can see it here on the stone, more or less. And this is what a double disc and Z-rod look like, and there it is there on the stone. More or less anyway. You can certainly see the double disc shape. I realise the images I use don't match perfectly, but I hope it gives you some idea of where the symbols are on this stone if you were unsure. There's also meant to be a mirror and comb symbol on here, but I wasn't 100% confident on which one that was. And hey, who's to say that that's even what those symbols mean? That's one of the reasons why we love the Picts and the history surrounding them. And that is that there's still a lot of mystery around them. No one really knows for sure what the symbols mean, and I find it truly fascinating. Anyway, we had a bit of a lie-in today, so we had less time, and we were back at the festival before we knew it. Here's a few shots from Skye Live itself before we called it a night and looked to the next day. So that was the music festival done with, but we still had one more day on Skye, so we used that to do a little exploring, including visiting a lesser known cave in the area. Now, the info was slim. We had a rough location, but that was about it, so we knew we were going to have to do some searching. So here we go. Becky, what animal's that again?
It's a cuckoo.
Remember, burn a bat.
No.
I hope it's not way up there. What a view, eh? I don't guess it is. Is that a shroom?
Yeah.
I think we've passed it. We'll check up there. So while we were exploring the area, we noticed this. It looked like the remains of a really old wall. Now, don't get me wrong, you find lots of old dry stone walls around Scotland. You know, walls made of stone without any mortar or anything. It's not uncommon in Scotland. But I find it fascinating how some of these are completely overgrown at parts, really showing you its age. And then as we got further up the hill, we noticed this one, a really big one. What do you reckon? Could this be a really old wall up here? Or is this just something natural? Please leave your thoughts in the comments. I did find it very intriguing. Here's some pictures of it. What do you think? I think it's quite realistic to say that this could be the remains of something really old. Especially when we consider that survey work on the surface above the cave, which is in this area, and we'll get to in a moment, revealed a range of stone-built structures of prehistoric and historic age. And I'm getting this information off a website dedicated to the caves, by the way. But it says here that the evaluation of the wider landscape has revealed other archaeological features relating to prehistoric and historic settlement in this part of Skye, indicating the use of the land over a significant period of time. Very interesting, right? Anyway, we've still got a cave to find, and all we knew was that it was in this general vicinity, and that we were looking for a wooden trapdoor going into the ground. So we really were starting to worry that we weren't going to find it. Right, let's go find this. The hunt continues. Nothing down there either, eh? So we just checked the map and we've came up a hill for no reason. At least we got a picture of that view. I'm afraid you heard right. We came all the way up the hill for nothing. As I said, at least we got to see that view, right? So, the search goes on. Cool, eh? It's like an old wall, Becky. Do you want to come see it? Nah, check this stuff out. It's like... Look at the wee wall, it's amazing, eh? There's the river. Oh! Sorry, pal. Did you see that? A wee bird flew away. He must have been resting down here.
Aww.
We're all good. There we go. Cool, eh? Definitely continues in. You can hear the water running away. What are these made of? Touch them, it's so strange. Let me find out what type of stone it is. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, there's one like that there. I was wondering what that was.
That's funny.
Come see this one, I think that's impressive. And some of them are so square. See?
Yeah. Like that.
Touch it, it's so strange feeling. Cool, eh? And then it slices into it. Cool, eh? Anyway, it makes you think. It makes me think anyway. Here's a picture of it. Does anyone know what type of stone this is? Please do let us know. Cheers. Look at that.
There's quite a lot of them.
Yeah. Anyway, don't know what this stuff is, but it looks cool. Yeah. So, after a wee bit looking around, we could tell that we were getting closer to the cave. There's tons of it like this around here. No wonder.
I just expect to see like a skeleton or something there, you know?
It's incredible.
I mean, let's be fair.
Well, I'll go down for a peek. There's a
No.
spider web on the way.
Huge spider web. That's up to you if you want to.
Ah, it's just that river, I think. Look at that. Spiderweb intact. Intact. With a wee bit of wildlife. So we were just looking at exactly where we were looking for. That's the chances of that, eh? Oh well, we've made it. That's right, what's the chances in that? We were actually right along from it. Anyway, there it is. That's the entrance down to the cave, and we are going to go and get a look inside to see what it's like. The door's a wee bit broken, but do you want to lift it and see what? Ah. There we go. Alright, like that. Is it on the right way?
Yeah. It's just your bubble, that's all, yeah.
Where's the switch?
I don't know, but let me put the little.
How about I reach it? Do you know what comes in?
Yeah, honest. Promise. It's not my
I thought you
kind.
can go that far. It's just Alright. Yeah, this is cool.
Right. Thanks.
Right, I definitely will get back up there, so see you in a minute, I'll see what I find. Looks cool. You're gonna give it 5 minutes. Now this next part is what I see when I'm down in the cave, so please excuse any shaky cam or picture quality because it's going to be less down there with it being so dark. And yes, I do realise I'm not wearing a safety helmet, so maybe be more sensible than I am. And as always, please leave your thoughts in the comments about this and anything that you see in this video today. Cheers! Right, I'm going in. This is epic. I'm going in bit, and there's the river flows through it. So that's what it is. And that's why it's a good thing I got my wellies on. If you want to come down bits, it's incredible. It's been made by the water, I think. Who knows? No, the corner. Too far, is it? I'm alright, Bex, don't worry. Amazing. We're all good. In the hood. Used to get easier around here. Look at that. It's amazing. Wow. This place is incredible. See that? Just keep going. It's getting colder now. Is that a stick? It's an old stick. Washed in the river. Who sticks? Wow, it opens up. Opens up here. It opens up quite big, Bex. Right, let's keep going. And if this was used for anything back in the day, look at that. It's got a picture, eh? How dark it actually is in here. Complete darkness. This is what it's like normally. Incredible, eh? We're near to the end. It's definitely getting too deep for me, but look at that angle. That's incredible. I think I'm going to need to go back to Bex in a minute. Look at that. Getting deeper. Looks like it's coming to an exit. Nope. Keep going. This is incredible. Look at that. Wow. So there's something else. I mean, how did these get like that? Makes you wonder, eh? We can turn back now. Wow, what a place. We'll come back in our time now, I know what it is. Incredible. Get a bit deeper for me. cave. We're going to walk back to Becky now. Right, so heading back to Becky. Right, I'm coming back! Look at that, incredible. Incredible. Wow. You cannot not take a picture of that. Alright, here we go. Trading. Okay, let's go. Follow the river. I'm getting lost. I'm getting lost in here. That's fish. I'm on my way. Right. That's me. Oh, what is that? I think so. What do you mean? I'm here. Yeah? Sorry, I'm coming.
How's it open?
It's incredible. You sure you want to go down?
No, honest, that's
That's incredible, I bet. That was good. Wait till you see it. You're not going to believe it. That's underneath all this. It's just inside this hill.
So this cave is known as Uamh and Achadh, meaning cave of the high field or high pasture cave. According to the cave's website, it contains around 320 metres of accessible passages, making it the second longest cave complex on Skye. They explain that the cave's passages are formed within the Cambrian Durness limestone here, with volcanic activity from the nearby central red cooling complex, quote, guiding the morphology of the cave. Local archaeologists believe the function of the site may have changed over time. They say it's obvious that people entered here for whatever reason and have even found a, quote, stone-built passage descending via a steep flight of steps from the surface to the natural limestone cave below.
So there you have it. There's what this place is meant to be. Oh, and look at that. A wee sheep in its lamb. They've got a good spot here, right? Certainly a good view of the Uamh Mountains. And you know, they believe it was inhabited by people quite long ago. And I wonder how far back it actually goes. Because you know what, if that thing up there was really a wall, an old wall, then it was massive. And it really makes me wonder. Anyway, we still had some time left before it was time to get our tea or dinner, so we decided to go down near the shore and just have a look around exploring. And I thought, you know what, that might be a nice way to see out this video. So let's go take a look around. First, we walked to the end of this pier. It was lovely, calm and quiet, though a wee bit windy. But hey, that's Scotland for you. Oh, I wouldn't want to fall in there. Oh, nice, eh? quite clear. Broadford, you said, eh? Before we left, we wanted to go down to the beach and check it out because it was just such nice weather. Despite being a bit rainy and a wee bit windy, the temperature was quite good for this time of year. It was a nice way to wind up our final evening on Skye. Fall in it. It's like his own wee world.
Sorry, buddy. Leave him be.
There you go, a wee bit wildlife. Because it wouldn't be a Spookies video without a wee bit wildlife, would it? Okay, we found a crash site. Just a tiny one though. There you go. Hopefully a wee kid will find it or something. Anyway, that was about it for our evening. As after this, we went to one of Becky's favourites, Cafe Sia, sat in for some drinks and got a takeaway, and then called it a night. Sadly, the next day, it was over for Skye, and we were soon leaving the island towards our next destination, which actually was the pyramid, Prince Albert's Cairn. So if you haven't seen that one, be sure to check it out. Anyway, thanks so much for joining us today. It's been a wee bit different, showing you what we saw on our trip. A wee bit like the Largs one, so I hope you did like it. We've got plenty on the way, so maybe consider subscribing if you do want to see that. And
If you enjoyed this video, maybe give it a wee like.
it's much appreciated. But thanks again for joining us, and hopefully see you next time. Cheerio.